Welcome back to my views and news, another video for you about the conflict in the Amhara region. Viewers, are any Tigrayan soldiers and military officers fighting in the Amhara region? Are these Tigrayan soldiers and military officers supporting Ethiopian National Defense Force? It's a very important question. Rumors are being spread about participation of Tigray military commanders and Tigrayans. So we have got some information which we want to share with you. So I think we should set the record straight, because whenever there is a conflict, there is armed conflict, rumors are spread, propaganda is spread. People become biased hearing these rumors. People sometimes believe rumors without challenging them, without trying to find out details. They just believe what is being propagated. So while it is being claimed that it is being claimed by some activists that Tigray military commanders and Tigrayan soldiers are fighting in support of Ethiopian military, what is on the ground situation? Well, 2 points I want to make. Firstly, Ethiopian National Defense Force is in need of manpower. And Ethiopian National Defense Force is not in a position to completely trust Amhara members of its force. There are thousands of ethnic Amhara members of Ethiopian National Defense Force. Can they be deployed to the Amhara region in the fight against Fano factions? Generals can be monitored. Government can ensure that generals are under strict surveillance, but not each and every Amhara member of Ethiopian National Defense Force can be monitored. That is why it is difficult for Ethiopian National Defense Force to deploy Amhara members to the front lines, to different fronts in the Amhara region. Same like it happened in Tigray war. That Tigrania speaking members of Ethiopian National Defense Force, they were grounded, they were put in prisons. They were not deployed to fight in Tigray. Though they were not supporting TPLF, but still there were fears that they could support TPLF. So that is why ENDF deployed to Tigray was minus Tigrayans. Same is happening largely here in the Amhara region too. Though generals like General Marie, who is leading the offensive on Gondar reportedly, he is from North Gondar. Ababa Tadase, also an Amhara from Amhara region. Is he an Ago or Amhara? But I don't know, but he is from the Amhara region. So at general level, at top level, Amhara officers are there. But at lower level, ENDF, Ethiopian federal government, they are reluctant to deploy Amhara soldiers to fight in the Amhara region against Fano factions. It means that ENDF is going to face a challenge in terms of manpower. It can deploy Oromo soldiers and soldiers from the south. And even in south, in some area, there is sympathy for Amhara Fano. While ENDF could face shortage of manpower, it would like Tigrayans to be part of the war in Amhara. Which Tigrayans? Are we talking about TDF members? Are any TDF members, any TDF generals part of this war supporting ENDF? No. What we have learnt is that no Tigray Defense Force, which fought in Tigray, its members, its channels, none of them are participating in this war. But Tigrayan soldiers are being deployed. Which Tigrayan soldiers? Tigrayan military commanders. To which Tigrayan military commanders? When war in Tigray broke out in November 2020, as I said earlier, Tigrania-speaking members of ENDF, they were put in prisons. And they remained in prison for around 2 years. After Pretoria deal, they were released. Now they are being recalled, reportedly. They are being recalled by Ethiopian National Defense Force. They are members of ENDF. They did not fight in Tigray. They did not support TPLF. They did not support TDF. They were mostly in prisons. Released, and now ENDF is deploying them to the Amhara region. They cannot say no because they are members of Ethiopian National Defense Force. They are paid. They get their salaries. They are like other members of Ethiopian National Defense Force. If these Tigrania-speaking members of Ethiopian National Defense Force are deployed to the Amhara region and they are captured, it does not mean that Tigray has decided to join the war. Yes, some Tigrania-speaking military commanders could be there. But these are those commanders who are part of Ethiopian National Defense Force. They have nothing to do with Tigray Defense Force. And reportedly, some ENDF units now have Tigrania-speaking soldiers. At the same time, while Tigrania-speaking soldiers are being deployed to the Amhara region, at the same time, we are seeing a propaganda that Oromo army is leading the war on Amhara. Propaganda being spread by Amhara activists, Amhara hardliners. They are publishing interviews of captured ENDF soldiers who are Oromos. Now, who will be deployed to fight in Amhara? If Oromos should not be deployed, Amharas cannot be trusted. Tigrayans being deployed but not in large numbers. If Amharas, Oromos and Tigrayans cannot be deployed by ENDF, so what will be deployed by ENDF? Which other soldiers? It means that main force for Ethiopian National Defense Force is Oromo. From the Oromia region, Afan Oromo speaking members of Ethiopian National Defense Force, they would constitute the major part of ENDF which is operating in the Amhara region. But Amhara activists, Amhara hardliners, they are trying to give ethnic color to this move by ENDF, that ENDF want to commit genocide of Amharas by deploying Oromo soldiers in Amhara. I don't think that it is a move by ENDF to commit genocide of Amharas. This move has nothing to do with ethnicity. Problem is that ENDF has some limitations. It is facing limitations when it comes to deployment of its troops to the Amhara region. Amharas cannot be trusted. Tigrayans small in number. Tigrania-speaking members, again I am saying, not TDF members, not TPLF-backed militias and Tigray military commanders. No, just Tigrania-speaking ENDF members. How many are they? Obviously not tens of thousands, maybe a few thousand. So, bulk of ENDF consists of Oromos. And Oromos are being captured. Their interviews are being published by Amhara activists. They are trying to launch this narrative to get public support. They want to get public support, Fano fighters. No matter what happens, they are launching different propaganda types. They are saying that this is fight for Orthodox religion, that Orthodox religion is in danger. Oromos tried to create a breakaway faction. Tigray has formed member Salama. This is fight for ethnicity. They say that Amhara is in danger. Oromo army is being deployed to the Amhara region. They're using ethnic card, religious card, regional card. Purpose is to get support from the people of the Amhara region. Overall, Tigray has not joined this war so far. I have not heard from Tigray leaders speak about the conflict in the Amhara region. They are watching the developments very closely. They want to see maybe which side is going to be strong. They don't want to show their cards, I think. Playing with their cards close to their chests. That is what Tigray leadership is doing. Eritrea silent too. Maybe waiting for the stronger party to emerge. So coming 1 week is crucial. I would say don't believe whatever is being propagated by both sides. Fano fighters, Amhara activists, they have some genuine demands. Ethiopian federal government did not try to address the demands. Ethiopian government did not offer any meaningful dialogue to the groups in the Amhara region because government believed, since last year, government believed that it was in a position to crush the dissent in the Amhara region. No offer of dialogue. But you will see that if Fano fighters managed to take control of more territories, you will see the government offer dialogue. Only Amhara government offered dialogue, even that at the end of this, just 2-3 days before the announcement of emergency. Amhara government offered dialogue after Fano fighters proved that they were in a position to take control of town cities. Things will change. So far, what we are seeing on the ground is that mainly Afan Oromo speaking members of ENDF are being deployed. Amharas are not being trusted. In Addis Ababa, new makeshift prisons are being established. Large number of Amharas arrested. If common civilians, Amhara civilians cannot be trusted, how can Amhara members of ENDF be trusted? That is why ENDF is facing this limitation. Which ethnicity to deploy to the Amhara region? You'll keep on seeing videos, pictures of Oromo soldiers, members of ENDF captured in the Amhara region. It does not mean that this is war between Amhara and Oromo. I won't call it war between Amhara and Oromo, because if we start using these terms, it would make war deadlier. Millions of Amharas live in Oromia too. They'll become vulnerable. Oromos will become vulnerable where they are minority and Amharas are majority. So we should not add this ethnic color to this war. Thank you for watching.